really traditional neighborhood. Okay. Um, we actually built this out of shipping containers, but we managed to make it look like everything else. The great thing about doing what you really love and what you feel like you're supposed to be doing, okay? Like, A, don't forget that.
That's me right now.
That's you right now.
Yeah.
That's you right now. The great thing about that is that, it's one of those things no one can ever take away from you.
Yeah.
It's like, that is what it's all about. Profit-based, culture, and everyone forgets what they were really wanting to do.
Everyone forgets what they really wanted to do. That is such a great point to make, because I think most people forget what they really want to do.
Yeah, it's like
And
completely.
they somehow in designing their life, they decide it's okay. I can forget that, and I'll be okay.
One of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite things to just kind of poke holes at the thing. Is like, people say things like, "Well, once I'm really successful, then I'll do what I want." And it's like, that is so not the way this works, man.
Right.
Like, you have to be doing what you love and what you feel is the right thing, and you got to be doing that whether or not anybody's looking or not. Character is who you are in the dark.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's the exploration for me in this project. The exploration for me in the project is to figure out how to tell these stories in a really compelling way that gets people engaged. And it's not just an ongoing dialogue like it is right now. It becomes something a little more
You can
powerful.
see from here, and this is probably the best angle to see, we've got 5 kilowatts of solar on top there, and then there's 9 solar thermal panels on top of that. So those are tied into the swimming pool, and we'll show you that here in just a minute. We use the swimming pool as a geothermal heat sink to run the snow melt for all of this. Our client is a school teacher, and she usually has to get up and leave the house before 6. And in the wintertime in Utah,
That means ice.
that means a lot of snow, that means a lot of ice. So what we really wanted to do is take that into consideration. And for some people, snow melt's kind of a luxury. For her, on a giant slippery slope, it was sort of like we need to have that.
Or they could see their neighbors. She could just go right straight into her neighbor's window right there.
Right, that's always fun.
That's my destination. This morning, Lake City.
What we did here, this was a great opportunity. There was an existing garage that was actually right about here, and we took it down board by board. And when we got up into the loft, up above this, I'll show you the reclaimed wood. We turned it all into flooring. So all of this is snow melt underneath this concrete here, and in the driveway. So that's all snow melt. So, and it's all managed by the system around the corner. But it's not just when you say garage. I know. When I said to you, I'm going to show you a garage. Right. Okay. This is a garage with running water. And so for years and years, that obvious engineering thing again. Every year, how many people slip on bathrooms?
All the time. Yeah.
Maybe we should make floors in bathrooms that grip when they're wet.
Sure. Good idea.
This is called rock carpet. We used a resin and then pebbles. So everyone really likes tile in bathrooms.
Yes.
Again, they can be really, really slippery. But this stuff is all textured. And it's all recycled glass. So feel that.
Oh yeah. You can actually see it. Let's see if I can catch the light. You guys can probably see some of the edging there. It looks like a pattern that's actually in the
glass.
tile, but it's not. It's actually a texture, not just a pattern. Because normally you'd be like, that just looks like cool pattern.
Oh yeah, no, it's actually a texture.
Yeah,
totally.
that's what's really cool about seeing it that way.
So, and of course, low flush toilet, low flow head, low flow sinks, fixtures, all those bells and whistles.
All the things that you need if you're coming out of your pool.
It's pretty cool looking. So this is an example of a traditional house and a new modern building method, one of the new modern solutions. side by side in the middle of a neighborhood, of your standard traditional American neighborhood. And you'll notice that it doesn't look like shipping containers.
No, not at all.
So, but I'll tell you what it is. This is 4 shipping containers, 20 feet long, okay?
Yeah.
Just like the ones we were over there. But this is the basic building block. You can see the container, the roof there, the ceiling. So there are 4 stacked side by side, and we cut out, this would be one of the areas where there would be a wall. We cut out the wall here, and we cut out the wall here. This is a giant steel box that, is basically able to withstand some serious, in excess of 100 mile an hour winds, and like serious seismic issues as well, because right up there is a fault line. We thought,
where the mountains are, right?
We thought maybe it would be advisable to design with that in mind.
Sure.
So,
when was the last time there was an earthquake in Salt Lake City?
yeah, we're
it on a 100-year
probably
cycle like everywhere
70 years overdue. Yeah, I know. It's not going to last forever, so build with it in mind. This part, the stairs was actually part of a fence. I think we reclaimed the fence and turned it into the stairing, and it's all hardwood floor. This smell, by the way, is not VOC finishes. It's these things. These are pool floaties. These pool floaties are off-gassing this much.
Yeah,
That's it doesn't, yeah. So, anyhow, before we go any further, let's vent. Here's all this flooring. This is all reclaimed wood. Back here, this will give you an idea of what's really how the structure kind of came together.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay, so you've got the shipping container here, and then you've got steel I-beam there, and we footed it all to steel C-channel up front, and then there's steel I-beam underneath this right here.
Absolutely. Can I get an
it's
amen?
a grand adventure. Amen.
And it's such a great inspiration.
Enjoy the process.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
you know what? The fact that you got to get up today to meet 2 total strangers who are probably so down with things that you feel inside. We don't even need to have those discussions, but
Right,
you can see.
because we know.
Right.
I know from your
And there's a
actions. That's
huge,
the truth.
and there's a huge amount
yeah.
of synergy pulling all of us together here. Wow.